What up, folks? We're back at it. The majority of the work is done as far as the introduction to the channel. I don't have to do very long videos. I can go back to doing things the way I normally do them on a daily basis. Just come in with the 4 minutes and 44 seconds, or at least attempt to. I have more leeway now because I can make a video, right? So between 4 minutes and 44 seconds, 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how far I want to go with my trash talking. But we want you to be bitten by the bug, the trading bug. It's a see it, say it, do it scenario that we're providing and introducing folks to the trading world, from the newbie up to the experienced trader, because most people didn't learn the numbers first. They went straight to the rocket science. They're not as profitable as they would like to be because they're not doing it correctly. So we're trying to show you through the numbers what you really should be paying attention to, and whatever else you're doing, even if you are even a bit successful, this should take your technique to another level. We have a great community. If you want to get involved with our community, the email is in the info section of the channel. Send me an email. If you're not full of shit, you're more than welcome to come and go through our journey together. Or you can just stick with the videos. You're not getting everything in the video, but you're getting a good piece of what I do. Building your technique on a solid foundation of truth would help anyone in this game. The fraudulence is too strong. They say use the force. Yeah, we promote being Jedis. We built Frankenstein. We're basically unicorns that came from another planet. That's how we promote ourselves, because we're not like anything else that you're seeing out here on social media. We're better than that. We're not here for your money. That's one of the biggest differences between us and them. They need multiple streams of income. We don't need multiple streams. We just need one stream, all right? We're breaking all these curses that are being passed along. They're slavery type curses. People think they're not cursed. Okay, you're carrying these lies, and then you're cursed. You make it look good. You're able to succeed either way, and by way of God, right? Because only God can get us through this trash, right? And I get that, but we are cursed. So we don't have to agree. But either way, let's get to this. The blockchain. That's where we're headed. We're headed to the blockchain. We're pretty much already there. And I just want to expose you to this stock. It is an ETF. Well, what is an ETF? An electronically traded fund. Everything I talk about is Googleable. Which is crazy how people have been in this game for 20 to 40 years and they have no idea what I'm talking about. It's new to them. The basic scale of 100, it's the math that comes straight from the hand of God. It will enhance anyone who thinks they know this game. All right? Maybe one day, maybe I'll die before I get the recognition of exposing the world to the basic scale of 100. I did that. Right? So these videos are time-stamped. I have the trademark, and it comes from me and my family. It's our gift to the world. But anyway, back to this ETF. It's the only one of its kind that I know of. And we all know the basic scale of 100. I've been exposing it to the channel, through the channel, and you see the price. We were dealing with 35, 25, 15 until it broke out of 35 and then went to 40, 50, 60. And you see it got up roughly around 65, right? And then it came back down. There'd be so much to talk about that I do be missing some things sometimes. And I don't really talk about the pattern too much. I'm going to get into patterns because I have a few of my favorite patterns and candle patterns that I like to look at. I'm more of an RSI guy at this point. Overbought, oversold, and then the pattern. I need the RSI to match up with the pattern and the price. So in this case, like we said, we get to 40, 50, 60, we get above 60, and then 65, 75, 85. See, it got to 65, it broke down. See, but if you see the pattern, you see it as it came up from the bottom. It's basically a breaker block for us that know what breaker blocks are. I'm not going to go into patterns yet, but I'll talk about them. Right? We broke low, and then we broke high. That's the breaker block. And then after we broke the high, we came back and retested the break point. Right? When we broke low, we hit the low point. And then we broke high. And what did we break when we broke high? We broke that high to the left. And you see the high to the left is in the middle of this pattern. And then when we got to the high point, we came back down to the middle. And that's the completion of the breaker block. 50% on the pullback. You see that, right? Newbies have no idea what I'm talking about. But we try to break things down in layman's terms. A 50% pullback. It's just a structure. You see the very bottom, and it went to the top, and then it came back 50%. Now, as it came back 50%, if you look to the left through the line up, if you look to the left, you see the low coming down matches the high that's on the left side of the pattern. That's a breaker block. And it's a 50% pullback. It came right back and retested the structure. See? If you don't know how to read that, then you shouldn't be in this game. You're just going to get tore up. See what we mean by buy low, sell high, and stay out the middle? See, that's what we're talking about. You don't want to be in the middle. The market will always bring structure and price back to the middle and dare you to buy or sell and then stretch you in both directions. You have to not let the market manipulate you in that fashion. And how do you negate it? You have to buy low, sell high, and stay away from the middle. Through structure, but through price. Price action is king. You don't have anything without the price. You don't have candles without the price. You don't have EMAs without the price. You don't have the RSI reading without the price. You don't have volume without the price. You have nothing without the price. That's why I have to teach you the price first. I can talk about the candle patterns. They're fine. They're great. They're dandy. But if you're in the middle, you're screwed. You don't even know that you're in the middle. Oh, it's going up to an all-time high. We have no idea what it can do. We don't know where it's going. The basic scale of 100. We do know where it's going. We don't know when it's going to stop, but we know where it's going. It's going to premiums and discounts. That's where it's going. That's why my channel is the best in the world, because no one else is saying this. They keep saying nobody knows how to call tops and bottoms. I call tops and bottoms all the time. For every person I've met in this game, thousands of people, I've called one top and one bottom for every person I've ever met in this game. And they will tell you, he calls tops and bottoms. I guess I'm the only one on YouTube calling tops and bottoms. Now, I don't mean the top and bottom's going to stick, but the price is right. It'll tell you everything that you need to know. So I'm bringing this stock. It's a stock, right? The blockchain has to do with digital currency and cryptocurrencies. Well, soon it will be all world assets, all real world assets, because the Clarity Act is going to bring in the institutions, the banks, and they're going to start tokenizing everything and putting it on the blockchain. This is the only stock that I know of that's like this. And it's like finding Google or Meta or Apple, all of those stocks that we missed, and saying, oh, I wish I would have bought that. This is that. Now, it's not trading, investing advice. I'm not telling you to buy, hold, or sell anything. But I'm just telling you that we're going to the blockchain. Everything is going to move on the blockchain. So you do what you do as you see fit. The basic scale of 100, like if this drops to $15, that's the ideal position to buy it. According to the scale. I can't see it dropping down there. We're getting ready to skyrocket. If it drops to 15, great. I'll be a buyer, but you see I have my 20 shares because I buy shares for every person in the family. So it's always 20. That's where I start. But I was waiting for it to get down to 15 so I can buy more, get to like 100 shares, and it never made it down there. Well, of course, it's the blockchain. It don't want to really be down there. So I have to change my strategy on how I'm getting in, because I have to get it in on the pullback. You see, it's doing a nice pullback. So I need it at $40. 40 is a discount. Then it breaks over 60, maybe goes to 85, and then come back to 60 or 65. Then I can get in at 60 or 65. Then it breaks over 85 and goes to like 125, and then comes back to $90, the $90 discount. Then I can get in again. This is dollar cost averaging at its best. And we are the best. And you know who we do it for the people and not the profits. It's the consistency and persistency of the truth that wins in the market. To beat the market, you must become the market. And the market moves with integrity through its price. And if you don't have the integrity of the price, then you're going to get wrecked. We don't want that for you. A lot of people have been taught by clowns. We already know the sayings, right? If you know a clown out there, you can tell by what they say. If they're not saying what we're saying, they just not. There's no way for them to do it, because we developed these techniques over here on a solid foundation of truth. So hopefully you'll figure that out along the way, and you'll be bitten by the trading bug. Because once you're bitten, you're able to see it, and you can say that you see it, and then you can do what you say that you see. And now you cross the line in the sand, and you're on your way to becoming a Jedi in this game. Nobody can touch you. And you'll be able to see everybody's analysis, and you'll be able to decipher who's a clown and a clout chaser, and who's the best on the planet when it comes to this. Hey.